You are live. Wow, that's new. It didn't actually say that before, did it?
Did
it say that?
Me.
Oh. The big thing on the screen popped up for me. You are live. Strange. Cool. Welcome. We're back to this, I guess.
I guess.
Let's do another one of these.
I'm so excited.
Welcome. This is episode 24. This will be like 2 years. It's like next month will be our 2 year. No, we'll have done it for 2 years. We'll be going on year 3 next month.
Yeah.
In January.
And I'm not exactly sporting my normal voice. If nobody can notice, I'm assuming you haven't said anything yet, but
it sounds okay. It sounds okay.
Doesn't sound normal to me. Doesn't feel
okay.
normal, that's for sure.
We'll just blame it on the internet compression.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one will notice. You shouldn't have said anything. No one would have noticed.
Well, I may also be talking less, so we'll go with that as the excuse as well.
I got a big mouth. I can do talking.
Not while you're drinking.
Drinking water. Look at this.
I know. I just mean you can't talk while you're drinking water.
Oh, okay.
So I had to fill the dead air.
Just cough really loud.
I should have also taken a drink. Feeling great.
Welcome back, everybody, to Not So Special, episode 24, like we said. To start the show, first we got to say, December, if you listen to this on the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd, Cartridge Club is doing a live stream for Extra
charity.
Life for Kids for charity. Yeah. December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Please drop by the twitch.tv/Cartridge Club, and I'll leave a link in the description.
Or twitch.cartridgeclub.org.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll leave you give me a link and I'll put it in the description. It'll be down there. Just click on the link.
I can see how people would prefer the Twitch one because then they're like, okay, this is on Twitch. Whereas if you do the other one, it just forwards you to the Twitch one. But people might immediately be like, oh, I don't want to go to their website. I want to go to Twitch. Yeah. I debate on which one to put in the overlays and stuff.
Yeah. Who knows? Either or. But yeah, come and support. Come and donate. Derek, you'll be streaming with your family?
Yep.
What time is that?
4 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. And then I'm looking at the schedule. That's how I
don't have the schedule open right now. That is so not on my mind right now.
I figured that would all be on your mind. I figured that's all you've been working on for the past 2 weeks.
It was. And then I stopped and then I did something else, which has been taking up a lot of my time.
Oh, lovely.
Which we'll talk about later.
Watching all of my something else videos.
All of my just VHS.
Oh, just VHS. That's true. Yeah. And then I will be streaming on it'll be midnight at Saturday. It's like that Saturday Sunday bridge time, midnight. From 12 a.m. Sunday to 4 a.m. Sunday. Doing a filler stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. If you hear this on the 1st, send me some suggestions. I've set something up.
I may try to join you, but I don't know because I will be awake a lot that week.
Yeah,
that week.
I will not hold you to it. Although if you give me a bit more of a heads up when you know if you will or won't, then I can try to see if I can get someone else over.
Gotcha.
So, let me know. But I know you have a very busy day, and I would not blame you for not coming over.
And because I'm sick now, I don't know how I'm going to be then.
Yeah, well, it is another week and a bit.
I sure hope I'm better.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just 4 days from now.
Is it?
Yeah, 4 days is Friday.
Yeah, well, I have a little bit extra, so
that's true. I will be monitoring chat and helping moderate the entire time.
Lovely.
Other than when I decide to sleep, which will probably.
Do you have other helpers helping with the moderation or tech support or?
No.
You?
There are people who are moderators and can, but no one's designated to do that.
Okay.
And I don't know how people's hours are.
Yeah.
We used to arrange that ahead of time, like you'll be streaming and this will be your moderator, but that kind of went by the wayside because it's hard to get 2 people to commit, let alone 1.
Yeah, that's true.
especially to midnight till 4 a.m.
I'll be by myself. I can moderate my own comments.
You may not even have rights, but I can go fix that. That's actually one thing I have done in the past.
If I'm logged into the
you won't
Cartridge Club account, I won't be.
You'll just be streaming to the Cartridge Club account with
true,
the stream key. Yeah.
Just make me a temporary mod for the weekend and then take it off again.
I don't mind leaving it on. I do need to write myself a note to make all streamers mods on channel, which we have done before, but I just forgot about it this year.
I doubt a midnight to 4 a.m. shift will be very rowdy. So
yeah.
So we did PlayStation Move shooters last year. And if you're interested in seeing what that's like, it is available on the YouTube channel, on the Not So Special YouTube channel. You can go on there and see Derek and I, our stream last year. And I was considering
where we shoot each other.
Yeah, with Nerf guns, and then in virtual bullets, and then foam bullets.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was thinking about breaking the Move out again and maybe playing some of that, like Start the Party, but I might be better with more people.
Probably. That one was fun though.
I was thinking of maybe doing like a VR stream, because I don't know if anybody else is doing VR.
I don't think anybody is.
So that could be something different.
I know Bill's not, and I'm not, so that pretty much rules out everyone except Tesseract. I think he might do VR, but I don't think he does stream it. No, he's definitely not planning on streaming it because he has other stuff in mind.
Yeah. So I can switch things up, and I got to think of a donation incentive. Not sure what I'm going to do for that yet. I might do a raffle. I might do. I have no idea.
Yeah, me too.
So
I just struggle to get my kids to sit nicely and play games.
Just yell at them
on stream. It's so fun.
Perfect.
Everyone loves hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up? I'll let you talk a little bit first while you still have a voice, and then we can.
Nobody wants to hear me talk. Well, I was watching the Midnight is Flashing stream last week or whatever the heck it was. What day did they just stream it? I don't remember. Anyway, I was watching their live stream, and after that, I again got the itch to try and find some more commercials to record and put on YouTube. So I went on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, searched for VHS tapes, found a woman selling 300 blank VHS tapes, and in her post, she also said, "Have some recorded off TV." She wrote in it, I think it was. Here's the ad. I've got it here now. She wanted 20 tapes for $10 for the used recorded once tapes that she had hundreds of. I'm like, hundreds? Well, I mean, this picture does. No, she was selling 155 blank tapes for $300. So anyway, I messaged her and just said, I'm looking for tapes with commercials. And she said, well, I do have a bunch of tapes. And I said, well, are you looking to sell them or give them away? And then I realized she'd written this in the ad, or I realized the next day after she replied. And I said, oh, I see you wrote 20 tapes for $10. Do you know what's on them? But if you're giving them away for free, I won't bother making you or having you look at them or sort them. And then she says, you can just have them.
Perfect.
So I'm like, great. When can I come? So we figure that out. My wife comes with me. We drive to Cambridge. We get there, and the lady said in her message, you'll have to bring your own boxes because we don't have boxes. Boxes are a premium. We're packing up a whole house. I'm like, okay, great. I'll bring a bunch of my extra boxes, and I'll bring some spare boxes for her because, she's dealing with a whole house here. Maybe I can, help her out, and stuff's free. So I feel like I kind of owe her already. So I also stopped by work and grab a couple boxes. They didn't have many there, unfortunately, but just two really big ones. So I grabbed the boxes from there, grabbed my boxes, grabbed some tape, went to her house, met her there because she was coming from out of town. This is her brother's place. He had passed away, and I guess he was obsessed with recording movies.
Yep.
So I now have 500 VHS tapes of movies. half of them are here beside me, and the other half are still in my wife's car because I don't have enough boxes to put them in. I decided we'd load all the tapes into the car in the back. I think you saw the picture on Twitter.
I did see the picture, yeah.
And I told her she can keep all the boxes because we'll figure something out and she needs them anyway. And I felt like, again, being nice because she was already given stuff for free. And then I said, do you need any help moving anything? So I helped her carry 3 donation boxes into her car because she's got arthritis and bad hip. And so, and then I said, do you have any VCRs? She's like, oh, we got lots around here. He didn't buy anything cheap either. He had all high-end stuff. So that's what she was talking about, stereo stuff earlier as well, because some guy had come picked up some stereo equipment to resell, I guess, from store. So then she points at one VCR on the floor and says, well, this one may not work, but you can have it. I'm like, okay, sounds great. So it's a JVC Super VHS, so SVHS it supports. Player with the like variable speed forward and fast forward and rewind.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a pretty fancy thing. Like when you press play, it goes video calibration on the screen.
Oh,
you can tell it's trying to like, figure out the right settings for the tape, and it does that periodically through tape if you get to a different section that's been recorded at a different time or with a different VCR or something.
Yeah.
So kind of neat.
Cool. So it works then.
Yeah, the VCR works great. I've been recording tapes left, right, and center here. I can't remember how many I've got already recorded because I've got my several folders open here trying to sort tapes to recordings to figure out what to get commercials off of and stuff. But it looks like here I've done like 10 tapes so far. Yeah, only 10 tapes so far. Wow. Actually, there was 11, but one of them turned out blank, which is interesting. So he has numbers on every tape, or if it's not numbered, so there's like a brand and a number for each number. That's Maxell and number 28. And sometimes they have the list of movies on them.
Yeah.
Listed off like that one there, which is great for the audio listeners. But and he had a set of binders that she had there that had an index of everything, what's on all the tapes. But she didn't seem very willing to give that to me. I don't know why. Maybe she just wanted to resell the binders themselves. I would have just taken the pages out of it, but
yeah.
Either way, whatever. The movies aren't actually what I want. What I want is to find where commercials are. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these when I'm done recording them, if I'm ever going to record them all.
Give them to Bill.
Yeah, I'm sure Bill would love that.
Just drop him in front of his house, then drive away.
He did say keep an eye out for Turner Classic Movies that are hard to find ones that were colorized, but I don't know if I'm going to find that or not. Oh, the tape that's recording now just stopped and is now rewinding behind me. I don't know if
I can hear a little hum, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's
so are they are taped directly off of TV commercials and everything for all the movies?
Well, the problem is so far every movie I've had is from either Turner Classic Movies, which doesn't have commercials, or AMC, which I guess doesn't have commercials because I haven't seen them, or First Choice, which doesn't have commercials.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have found one segment that was recorded off of CHCH, and there's commercials in that, but it's not that old, like 2010 or something like that. And then there's another one where it looks like Much Music from like the 90s is my guess. Like there's a series of songs that are all Stevie Nicks, and then all of a sudden it goes back to the VJ, like the person who's the video DJ, and that part looks really old. Like I don't recognize this person, and she has big poofy hair, So I'm curious what time frame this is from. I almost wonder if I could look it up. Actually, her name's here, Erica EHM is her last name. I bet you could find out.
Probably what era she's from.
Yeah. So I'm going to look, even though, again, not fun to listen to. So she was born in 1961, but it's not showing what years she was on air. Could also just be that it looks cheap because it's older. She left in 1994. So it's definitely
90s,
before 1994.
Yeah, 90s, 80s, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm guessing 80s based on Stevie Nicks music videos. I don't know for sure when her videos came out, but there's like 5 of them in a row. And there's a Labatt Blue commercial.
Okay, yeah.
Right before, and I don't remember ever seeing a Labatt's Blue commercial on TV, but maybe
I remember seeing beer commercials on TV.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't remember. I just don't remember. Yeah. This commercial would not go over good now. Like guy checking out a chicken at a bar and
hey.
Obviously opening beer on TV, you know.
Classic.
Yeah. Oh, lots and lots and lots of stuff to sort through and look at and see if I get bored or annoyed or I don't know.
Just create more work for yourself. This is the problem.
That's correct. That is correct. I looked up one of the songs, Stevie Nicks' I Can't Wait, came out in 1985.
Okay.
So the music video for that is one of them. Looks like it must have been a Stevie Nicks time because there's like 5 music videos in a row. And it's after some movie ends. Yeah. Lots and lots of black and white movies. For sure. There's no shortage of that.
Got to start posting those on YouTube.
Yeah, if they're old enough.
You'd be surprised. This is actually quite funny. So I have 2 YouTube channels, as you know.
Mm-hmm. Secret one.
My secret one, yes. My secret channel has now surpassed my Creeply subscriber base. So clearly stealing content is the way to go because I don't post anything.
I was going to mention to you too as well. I meant to bring that up to you. It looks like YouTube featured one of my videos or like suggested it to a ton of people, and my watches just went from like, you know, a steady number to just way through the roof.
Just a spike.
Like 5,000 views, 5,400 views in the last 28 days.
Wow.
Watch time in hours went up to 32, which is 12 more than usual hours. From 2,000 views, where is that for the 28 days to 5,000? Just from them featuring this commercial that I had, which was a PT Cruiser video.
Oh, the PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser ad. Yeah. Well, it also spiked comments that started coming in. A couple comments about like, why am I getting recommended this video? It's like, I don't know.
Why are you clicking on this video?
Right? And then someone else like, why did I get an ad to watch an ad? I'm like, again, I don't know. I can't. I don't control this. This is YouTube. Yeah.
Oh man.
Great.
Good stuff.
Now above my adult diaper video, but still behind Garnier Fructis.
You're moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Lovely. So yeah. Good to know. Yep, steal content. That's the way to go. Nothing original will get you anywhere. Just
Noted.
So how you have those tapes you're going through? Have you gone through all the other tapes that are in your garage from the Asian?
So a lot of those ones seem to have something wrong with the tape, like oxidation or something like that. That when you play it, it'll start clean and then it'll just add a fuzzy line every few seconds.
Oh, okay.
And the more you play it, the worse it gets. If you rewind and play over again, it'll clean up a bit. But then you need to take the tape out, and if you put a different clean tape in, it'll start doing the same problem until you run a tape head cleaner.
Yeah.
So it's getting the tapes dirty. I need a tape cleaner basically to do those ones.
Didn't I give you a tape cleaner?
No, you gave me a VCR cleaner. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I need a tape cleaner, which is something that only rental places usually had. And of course, Chris Roberts has 2 of them, but one's his backup. So what I'm probably going to do is take one of my VCRs, open it up, and put in a cotton swab at one spot so that when it loads the tape, it'll clean it. Yeah. And I think my Sony might be the sacrificial lamb for that because it's already got weirdness. Sometimes it won't play tapes.
I've got a VCR here that I found. It's a VCR DVD combo. The DVD doesn't work.
Oh.
But you can have the VCR. It's a Samsung. It plays fine. So.
Interesting.
If you want to use that as a sacrifice.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Roberts said he doesn't like Sony's. And I'm like, yeah, I can see it. Sony's always known as being a good brand, but are they actually? He didn't seem to think so, and he said they're kind of overpriced, right? So it might be like worth selling that one, if anything. What I was hoping to find was one that the VCR doesn't work. Like find a VCR that doesn't work, but still plays the tape, just the head doesn't work or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. The only thing I hesitate about the DVD one is it's probably pretty big.
Yeah, it's a little bit big, but
Yeah.
whatever. Sacrifice. Just use it, then throw it out.
I need
That's what
somewhere
it's
to
for.
put it. I want to use it to clean a bunch of tapes, and I want to
You
keep it if
need
I
somewhere
do.
to put this, yet you bring in 500 tapes and you're like, I'm not.
That's
Your
correct.
space
Yep.
doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Oh man. Well, I didn't buy any tapes.
I didn't buy any either. I got them for free.
I didn't take any tapes either. I haven't found any in the garbage either. So, oh well. I did. I don't know if you can see over my corner, video listeners. Video watchers will see over my shoulder here. My new acquisition of my double Lightning McQueen Cars TV, CRT TV, not just a regular one. So
shaped like Lightning McQueen.
Shaped like Lightning McQueen, yeah. And so like the screen was like where his eyes would be, so it's like oversized, massive, yes. And so the mouth where you see his teeth are, that's the DVD player. So when you press eject, his whole mouth pops out. You put the DVD player in there. So yes, TV DVD combo. So I'll have to. There's a little lid on it as well where you can like pop it open to get access to the controls, and you can put composite. There's a composite input there. The door where the latch is broken, so the latch will just fall off if you take it off. So, but whatever, that's fine. Yeah, that was on Facebook for $50, and I saw it's been up for like 2 weeks. So I just threw a message last night. And I'm like, "Hey, would you take 40?" And they're like, "Yep." Like, sweet.
Did you sell your last TV?
No,
Lightning
it's sitting
McQueen TV,
behind. It's sitting. I don't know if you see this little piece of red right here. That's the other one
So
right
is
there.
there a plan for the new one?
Well, I'm going to sell it at some point. Though I think the idea was like I've got the big like the Mac Cars TV,
Yeah.
which is like a flat screen. I figure if I go to like the next swap or whatever, and I'll have both TVs up and running, it would be a pretty cool display to see both of them there. So,
But
you
will you sell them?
If I can sell them, hopefully. You know, if I find the right person, they'll want both of them because they look really cool beside each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we'll see what happens. Oh, and it comes with a remote as well. So, my other one does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. I don't know who's going to buy those.
I don't know either, but somebody will. Because if you look at like any other like specialty or like what am I calling
Character
it?
TVs, right?
Character TV, like Winnie the Pooh, SpongeBob, Superman, Batman. Those, they're all going for like 200 plus. This one's going for 300 plus on eBay as well. So I figure if I put $200 on it, it'll be fine. I'll make my money back. So I've only spent $60 between the two TVs. So
yeah,
I will get more than 60 back. That's the plan anyway.
Someday. I can't wait to see that day, and I want to know the person that buys it.
Well, hopefully you'll be there when it happens.
What do you want? What do you want with this? What do you do? Are you a collector of cars stuff?
You better not discourage the sale though. Don't put doubts in their heads.
No. Hey, I helped you at the last swap. I helped you put a game on there.
That's true. I was thinking like maybe getting. So I went to like when I went to pick this one up, I went to the Value Village on the way home, looking for a DVD copy of Cars, so I could put it on, so I could play Cars on the Cars TV. I only found a widescreen version, but because it's a full screen TV, I was thinking I really got to find the full screen version of Cars, otherwise it'll look weird. So if you see a full screen version of Cars, let me know, or just buy it for me
on VHS.
DVD.
Actually, on VHS, it's very rare.
Hey, that's a secret. Don't be telling them. Scrub that out.
Beep it.
There's no beeping.
You edit.
I don't have time for edit. So yeah. Have you been watching anything?
I did watch. Have still been watching. Haven't finished. Full Metal Alchemist. My cousin
Okay.
suggested it, so I started it. It's decent. I don't love it, but it's pretty good.
I heard 2 people 2 different podcasts recommend that
Hmm,
this past week or the week before.
interesting.
So,
Yeah, I don't know how much to say. I'm still going on season 1. Pretty sure it's like 40 episodes a season or something crazy because I'm
oh
already
wow.
like 24 episodes in and there's still a ton left, it seems. I'm gonna go double check how many episodes there are a season because oh yeah, 51. 51
Oh
episodes in a
wow.
season.
Jeez.
Yep. And I'm up to episode 26. So
You're
I
almost there.
also I also watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay. That's the one on Netflix?
Yeah, that was pretty
Okay.
good. It was like over top gore type new show. Some nudity, not as much as you'd probably expect, but definitely also some recognizable voices. The one guy is voiced by uh I can't say his name. Giancarlo S
Giancarlo Esposito?
not S is it yes it is Esposito. Yeah. And
Okay.
the voice just the character he plays and the voice is so much like him on The Boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I know him
spot
from
on.
Breaking Bad, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I never finished Breaking Bad. I think I got to like episode 1 of season 2 and then like, because I was trying to watch it with my wife and she doesn't really watch shows very much.
yeah.
Speaking of my wife, last night we watched Spirited.
That's the Will Ferrell
Ryan
and Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Okay.
Yeah.
I have it. I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Is it basically Christmas, like retelling of a Christmas Carol?
It's totally a different take on the same thing.
Okay.
It's well done, I think.
Okay.
At first, I felt like, oh, Will Ferrell's just trying to get a new Christmas movie
Mhm.
because I'd heard that. I think I saw a documentary or maybe Movies That Made Us or something like that. They talked about Elf and they're like, yeah, Christmas movies. Like, you want to get one of those movies that people watch every year and you cash bank every year. You make money off it every year. And then seeing this one, that's what made me think of was, oh, great. Will Ferrell's trying to get a new movie that people watch every year.
Yeah.
And when we finished the movie, my wife's like, I'd watch that every year.
So it worked.
It worked. It worked.
Beautiful.
Ryan Reynolds is good. He's Ryan Reynolds.
Of course. Yeah. He just plays himself.
Pretty much. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more of a dick.
Sounds like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Pretty good. It is a musical, so be warned.
Be warned. Yes, I've heard it was musical, which
But they have fun with the musical part. Like
okay.
someone even says, like, "Oh, not another song."
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I
In a
see
fun way.
musical, and it's a bit of a turn off for me. So maybe I'll have to. My wife might
Yeah.
convince me to watch it. So
Sorry about the coughs, but I'm not muting every time.
that's fine. People can deal with it.
Or just turn the podcast off.
That's always a possibility. I watched a movie. So our last episode came out like just before or just after Halloween, but we recorded just before Halloween. So I want to talk about one movie I watched for Halloween, just because it was the movie I watched for this year. It's a movie called Barbarian. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
It just
Who
came
was
out this
talking
year.
about it recently?
It
I
got
thought
quite a bit of
Hodge
buzz on.
talked about it.
Maybe I saw Church Game Grinder was talking about it.
That might be where I heard of it too.
A couple other people were talking about it. Anyways, and there's I listened to or watch Chris Stuckman on YouTube, and he reviews movies.
Okay.
And he talked about it and said it was good. And he said, don't look into it. Don't watch the trailer. Just go in and watch it, and it will that's the best way to experience it. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's very good. It is very shocking at points. It's very disturbing at times. That being said, I do not think you would like it, Derek. But if you wanted to go outside your comfort zone, that's the way to go.
So now I just wonder why you would think that.
There you go. Let your curiosity take you, Derek. But yeah, it's if you want something scary that's a little bit I mean, I'm by no means a horror connoisseur by any means, so to me, it was something different. I hadn't seen anything like this before. I'd seen things that were similar, but not quite like this. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Watch it if you're looking for something a little bit different and also good. So,
Okay. We'll see, I
um,
guess.
we'll see.
I have it on my list as well, but I just
Do you?
wasn't
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well, it's on my Plex. You don't even have to download it. It's just right there.
I'm pretty sure it's already on mine
Uh, Potentially.
because Hodge mentioned it, so I think I added it to a list.
What did I watch next? Oh, I watched one of my favorite Walt Disney movies. Classic from 1991. Live action. Take a guess.
Can't think of anything. 91, my brain just went to Toy Story, and then you said live action, and my
Mhm.
brain went blank.
This feels like a movie that came out a lot sooner than that, but I guess I was only really like 4 years old when this came out. Anyways, I watched The Rocketeer,
Oh, I do remember really
which
liking that as a kid.
I love that movie. Anyways, I was staying home with my son. My son was sick one day, my youngest son. We were downstairs and I have a Rocketeer. I have changing wallpapers on my computer, so one of them is The Rocketeer. And he happened to look up and said, "Oh, what's that?" He's only 3. "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's The Rocketeer." He's like, "What is it? It's a movie or a show?" And I said, "It's a movie." "Well, I wanna watch it." I said, "Okay, well." So I showed him a little bit. I had on a Plex. So I just, like, kind of went on the bits where he first gets the rocket and he's flying around. I showed him that, and he just loved it. He thought it was great. I said, "Well, let's wait until your older brother gets home from school, and then we'll watch the whole thing." So, that's what we did. We went and got his brother a little bit earlier than we normally would have. He's in after school care. We picked him up a little bit early so we could come home and watch the movie. Um, and it was good. It was a little bit scary at times. There's a really like a almost like a grotesque bad guy. Like he's a bit of a hulking character. He's got a lot of facial prosthetics to make him look
Okay.
meaner and grumpier. And anyways, he's not a very nice guy. And so my youngest was not a fan of him when he came on screen because he obviously is hurting people. And this is the first movie that I watched that had like guns, like people shooting guns at each other.
Mhm.
Um, People dying. It shows people dead on screen, just very briefly, but it shows. So it's not something I think about. Like the whole time I watch, I'm just like, yeah, it's the Rocketeer, it's whatever. And now I'm watching it with my kids. I'm like, oh, there's death. Oh, there. I
Yeah.
have to explain this to my kids somehow.
Before I watch anything with my kids, that's what goes through my mind is what's inappropriate from this movie that I never thought of at the time?
Yeah,
Is there
because it's just like,
swearing? Is there blood? Is there killing, violence,
yeah.
swearing, smoking even? Like, kind of things that you never thought of back then.
Yeah. Oh, this says, yeah, killing, smoking, not really swearing. I think this might have said like hell or damn or something like that, but it's not like
Okay.
nothing crazy. It's a Walt Disney movie, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was interesting. They haven't asked to watch it since, but I did ask if they liked it, and they said yes. So, but it's not on the repeat pile yet. So that's that's okay. I'll still enjoy it. I'm still waiting. I'm trying to find a Blu-ray copy of that at the thrift. One day it will happen. So. And then my oldest was gonna go to a birthday party, a Star Wars themed birthday party. The one problem is that my son has no idea what Star Wars is. So everyone's talking about, a lot of it is in reference to The Mandalorian, right? A lot of these kids have watched The Mandalorian with their
Okay.
parents or whatever. My
Let my
kid
kid watch
hasn't.
that. I
Pardon?
don't think I'd even let my kid watch that.
Well, I wasn't too sure either, so I was like, "Well, I'm like, let's start with the originals." Like, they're again, in my mind, they're pretty tame, right? They're older. Again, death. You see skeletons, burned skeletons on the ground. Obi-Wan gets cut and he disappears and he dies. So it's just like all these things you have to
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
asking questions. Where did he go? What happened? What I'm like, well, he's kind of dead, but he comes back as a ghost, but that's just in this movie. That's not in real life. People don't come back as ghosts. Oh my gosh. Things you have to explain to like a 5 and a 3-year-old. My 3-year-old didn't seem to care. It was my 5-year-old who's just like, "What?" Questioning everything. Um, so we watched that the one night, and then the next day I was like, "Okay, well, we started this. Let's keep going. We'll go on to Empire Strikes Back because it's gonna like I'm trying to get them to Yoda because everyone's talking about Yoda. So I got to show them who Yoda is and why he's important."
Mhm.
So, anyways, we got to that point. We almost finished the movie. We had to leave for the birthday party before we could finish Empire Strikes Back. But at least he got to see like the Imperial Walkers, the Battle of Hoth, because we gave a present Lego the Hoth set,
Mm.
with the Tauntauns and the ATSTs and whatever. So at least he had some kind of reference of what gift we're giving him. It doesn't just say Star Wars on it; it actually is part of the movies.
Yep.
So, anyways, went to the birthday party. I didn't have to stay, but I did. It's probably good that I did because there's a lot of kids and not a lot of supervision, and things got out of hand. I thought it went over fine. I'm just like, this was pure chaos. I would have hated this if this was my kid's birthday. I would have hated this, but they seem to like it, so that's fine. That's on them. They paid for it, I guess. So, anyways, we came back, and then a couple days later, we decided to finish Empire Strikes Back, and we were good up until the point where Luke gets his hand cut off by Darth Vader. And that was a no-go for my son. He was just like, "What happened? I cannot believe this. Someone can just cut off your hand? What? This is a thing?" So he was really upset. He did not like Darth Vader. He said he didn't like Star Wars now. Like, anyways, I'm just like, it's okay, it's okay. He gets his hand comes back. It's okay. And then he sees a
His hand
robot hand.
comes back.
I gotta hype it up to him. Like, look, it's a robot hand. Isn't that so cool? And okay, he kind of came back around. Okay, it's cool to have a robot hand, but so then what do? I was like, all right, we're gonna watch Return of the Jedi because we got to finish the trilogy. I didn't, I can't leave it as it is. I got to put my foot more in my mouth. So we decided to go on it. Return of the Jedi. This one was a bit more fun because it's got the Ewoks in it, right? And both my sons thought the Ewoks were so cute, and they were just every time the Ewoks were on screen. Yep, Ewoks. Look, loving the Ewoks. They were walking like them and had little sticks and they were poking each other like Ewoks, and they thought it was great. What I didn't think about everyone thinks about it is Leia in her bikini outfit for Jabba the Hutt, and it's the
And a
first time
chain
you
around her
actually
neck.
yeah, chain around her neck. It's the first time you think about like, oh, this is the first time like my kids are seeing a woman being sexualized, probably,
Mhm. Yep.
right? So
Mhm.
didn't think to. Oh, actually, that's not true. In Rocketeer, there's a pretty good head to toe shot of Jennifer Connelly, young Jennifer Connelly, that focuses in on her chest area and her legs. So it wasn't the first time, but again, a
The
little bit
second
more.
time.
Now they're a bit more aware of it, maybe. Anyways, they didn't say anything about it. Well, my oldest didn't. My youngest though. So we decided to eat dinner while we watched the movie. It was a Friday night, and every time she came on screen wearing this bikini, doing stuff, my youngest, who's 3 years old, is just like, "What? Why isn't that girl getting dressed? Why isn't that girl getting dressed?" The whole time, anytime she came on screen. I'm like, "You're right, she should get dressed. Yep, she should get dressed."
I thought you were gonna say, he said, "Mommy, why aren't you wearing that?"
Then we'd be having a different conversation.
Right?
Uh, so
Or
yeah,
Halloween costumes for next year.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nice to say that my son now knows what Star Wars is. And then I had to be the well actually guy because he's like, "Oh, we've watched," because I called them. It was my mistake. I
Mhm.
started by saying Star Wars 1, 2, and 3
Yep.
because I'm like
Uh-huh.
the first one, the second one. So he's like, "Okay, we watched all the Star Wars." I'm like, "Nope, there's more Star Wars." "Okay, what numbers are they? Are they 4, 5, and 6 or whatever?" I'm like, "Oh, actually,
Well,
this was 4,
actually,
5, and 6. So now we're gonna go back and watch 1, 2, and 3." And he's like, "What?"
which are actually newer.
Yeah. So yeah, I have that mess to sort out.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. I might. I might rewatch the first episode of Mandalorian and see how appropriate it is, because that his friends at school are talking about Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, and so
Yeah.
we'll see.
It doesn't mean he needs to.
I know.
But yes, judge for yourself. Another idea that I always do is commonsensemedia.org.
Okay.
They will highlight the problems, and they also have ratings from parents and ratings from children of what age kids should be to watch things.
Okay.
And then they'll highlight consumerism or cigarette use or bad language, even like hell and damn. Like they will highlight that. The only downside is that website has gone like subscription, but you can like view it once per month or something like that. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Like one movie a month or whatever the heck it is. I can't remember what the limit is, but if you try and look up a bunch, it'll eventually say, "You're not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. Support us.
Please subscribe." Yeah, just like everything.
Yeah.
So.
But it's a good site, especially if you want to know what's bad about a movie, because you're like there's always stuff from that.
Without having to preview it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that.
I mean, I do, but
okay, I don't.
Well, I have other things I could do. That's the thing. We all have time. We just choose to spend it doing other things.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. What else did I do? Oh, this could be a swear because it's funny. I was a bougie bitch for a while this month with my wife. We decided to go to the symphony.
Ooh,
this past month.
that's fancy.
It's very fancy. We got all dressed up, just because it's a night at the symphony, at the center in the square. Very very prestigious stage in Ontario, anyway. And yes, there was a live video game music.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh,
video games live.
It wasn't Video Games Live. Okay. This was different. No.
I've seen Video Games Live.
Okay. No, this wasn't. Ago. This was just someone. This was a different one. I meant to the pamphlets upstairs. I meant to bring it down, but my original plan was to take my son with me because I figured, like, if he comes to work with me in the truck, we usually play video game music because it's stuff that he can recognize or whatever. And so I was like, well, this might be cool. We'd go to this and he'd pick up on some of the music, but it's a 2-hour show. I don't know if it was late. It started at 8 and went till 10. So it'd be late, but there were other kids there. So
his age or older?
His age and younger as well.
Oh, geez.
So who knows? And older. I mean, all the ages. So, we bought the cheapest seats, which were $30, $30 each. If we moved up 2 rows, they were then $60 each. Move up another 2 rows, then they were like $110 each.
What?
Yeah, it was expensive. So I'm just like, I'm gonna pick bottom row, at second row from the back, in the middle. So, but yes, it was very good. They opened it up with a song from Journey, from the PS3 game Journey. My wife doesn't really know a whole lot of video game music except for like, the Mario. She can pick up on Zelda, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it opened with Journey, and I look over at my wife, and she's nearly crying. She's like, "This is so emotional." I'm like, "Yes, it is. Journey is an emotional game. You should play it because you might actually enjoy it."
Yeah.
So yeah, I might actually convince her to play a game. So we'll see how that goes. I thought we would have
played that one with my wife watching. I can't remember if my kids were watching too, or no, they weren't. But they like Children of Eden, or what's it called? By the same people as Journey.
Okay.
On Switch. It's a free-to-play game. My daughter loves it.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like an open world Journey or something like that, as far as I remember. Yeah.
Okay. So
not Children of Eden, it's something else. I don't know.
So yeah, they went on to they played music from The Last of Us, Shadow of the Colossus. This isn't in order. This is on top what I remember. Mega Man. They did at the end of the segment, so they did the first segment, then an intermission, then a first half, intermission, second half. At the end of the first half, they did a Mario medley, so it's just like a huge run of different Mario songs, kind of all composed together, which was really good. Then an intermission for about 10 minutes.
The game's called Sky Children of the Light.
Sky Children of Light. Okay, I have to remember that.
It's on Switch.
And
what
then
else it's on?
I forget what else would. What other games did they play? Anyways, whatever. Second half also good. I think that's when Shadow of the Colossus came in and stuff. It wasn't that many songs. It was maybe only like 10
Okay.
songs, but it was like 2 hours to get through 10 songs. And then it ended with Legend of Zelda, of course, right? Oh, and there was Halo. They did a Halo song.
Okay, yeah.
It just hit
Sounds
all
a
the
whole lot like Video Games Live.
Yes. But
It
maybe
was the
maybe
same
Video
mix
Games
of
Live
songs.
maybe Video Games Live might be maybe a bit more showy.
It had a
Like,
pretty big like video portion, yeah.
yeah, so this was none of that. This was a straight symphony, right? No lights, just looking at the band, looking at the symphony playing, right? So, and they had a guy who like a narrator who would come out and he would kind of explain, you know, the game. He would kind of introduce the next song or whether the last song you just listened to, then a little
Okay.
anecdote, and then bring out the new song and that kind of thing. So, it was well done.
Yeah, Video Games Live gave none of that information at all.
Okay.
You just had to know it.
They even on the video screen they wouldn't put like what song was playing
No.
or.
I don't believe so. It's been a long time though, so can't remember for sure.
Because that was my initial issue with it because they started playing a song and I couldn't tell what it was, even though we had a program. It was only one page in this program of like 20 pages. Only one page had all the names of the songs on it, and so I didn't know when the first song came out. I'm like, I know this. It sounds like Shadow of the Colossus, but it was Journey, obviously.
I think I went and watched that in like 2016 or so.
Oh, okay.
My guess, just based
was
on
it at Center in the Square as well?
I thought it was.
Yeah, it might have been.
Or the Odd. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I remember trying to go to. I was thinking of going to that a long time ago as well. I just hadn't been there. Anyway, so I saw this. This was just a Facebook ad that I saw, and I'm like, oh, I looked at tickets. I'm like, oh,
it worked.
Yeah, they worked. So, I mean, if Video Games Live comes back, if Tallarico decides to bring that show back, then yeah, I would go. I mean, aside from him as a person,
yeah,
I will go. I'll go watch him do what he's good at. That's fine. So.
Yeah. Well, I played some games.
What?
That's I played 2 mobile games.
Whoa.
Pocket Morty's.
Okay. I've seen this and I've been tempted by it.
God, it is exactly Pokemon.
Is it?
Yes. Other than like they made it into a modern game where it's like an open world type thing, and then there's instances you enter to go catch Pokemon and level up and stuff.
Okay. And
those instances are like not timed, but like you do the instance and then you head back with whatever you could get, kind of thing. And there's also a multiplayer battle portion of it too, which I didn't do. I started building a team, but I didn't do the battling at all. It was just hilarious. Again, Rick and Morty, of course it's hilarious, but
of course, yeah.
It was hilarious and even more hilarious in the parody of it. But they did a good job. I just can't play a Pokemon game that much. So I think I put like 3 nights into it or something like that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then everyone started playing Marvel Snap.
I was gonna say Marvel Snap has got to be the next one. That's what everyone's playing.
So I've been playing Marvel Snap, and I continue to play Marvel Snap.
Continue, okay.
And like last night, I was playing it for like an hour and laying in bed. Just like I played a couple matches, and I'm like, oh, there's like one more achievement I need to like get the achievements for this whatever week or something like that.
Yeah.
So I had to put a person in my deck and beat 2 people, and that's when I started losing. I had lost 1 and won 5 hands, and then put this person in and lost 3, and I'm like, oh my god. So then I started winning again, no problem, but I don't know what it was, just something. I probably ranked up too high and had to kick me back down a little bit or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's good.
I almost find it sometimes just way too easy. And other times I can't predict what the person's going to do, but most of the time it just seems to be too easy.
Yeah.
I don't know, which it feels nice to win, but
So you're playing on mobile because it's also
yeah.
on PC, is it not?
Yep, I installed it on mobile because that's where I was at the time.
Yeah.
The PC one seems a little hacky from what I've seen. Like this,
Okay.
the screen layout is weird and stuff. Like it looks like a mobile game.
Yeah, I watched Blinkoom stream that on
Yeah,
Twitch one time.
me too, and that's when I installed it.
Okay.
So like, okay, it's not too complicated of a card game.
Yeah.
Basically, was what sold me on it.
Okay. I've yet to be enticed by a card game. I see cards and it's like no, I'm not a card guy.
That's how I normally am as well. There was auto chess I played a while ago, which was fun. I don't think it had any cards in it, but it was the same kind of feel, and that was pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have friends who played they played Hearthstone, they played auto chess, they played all those games.
I never played Hearthstone.
I look at them just like this is all over my head. Like I see cards and I'm out
for a bit. Yeah. So I played another game just today. I played it in the car with my wife when we went to go pick up the kids, and then drop off something in the mail because I sold a game through Facebook and I had to ship it. I played Vampire Survivors on my or my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
It is.
How much is it? It's like $5,
$5
right?
or $6. Yeah. I just thought I'd give it a chance because everybody's saying such good things, and I really like Crimson Land.
Okay.
Which is a similar, but it's twin stick shooter where you use the stick to shoot. This one, you only use one stick. You don't even use a second stick to shoot. It's auto shooting all the time.
Okay.
So I started playing and it was like, oh, it's a little bit hard. And it's one of those where you die in order to level up because you're always gaining money to unlock
the next
permanent upgrades.
Yeah.
And then each level you get upgrades, but only for that like instance or that run. So I just did a run, which was, I don't know, maybe like I'm only on my third character and I maxed out the level and basically beat it as far as I'm concerned, because I hit max level and at the end of it, the devil came and killed me. Like, it's like, you can't, we won't let you go any further than this. Like it was level 60. My character was.
That's like the Yeti in Ski Free.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. He literally just came to me. And then as I moved, he stayed with me. Like I couldn't get away from him, and he just took my health down and killed me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Have you looked up? Is there a way to beat him, or is it literally just the end of the game?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I haven't looked it up. It just happened literally while I was waiting for you to call me. I was upstairs as we were messaging, and then I had a hot tea with some honey to try and help my voice before we came down here. And then I was in the middle of the match drinking that. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I should go downstairs and get my microphone set up again because my microphone stand broke, and that's a whole other topic. And what else? I had to set my webcams were being stupid, and I hadn't done my hair yet today, and I was going to record this, so I had to at least do my hair. I didn't go to work today. I was sick, so I stayed home.
I didn't go to work today either. I had the day off.
Yeah,
scheduled off. It's not. I'm not in trouble. I just.
Yeah. Me neither. But
I also have been playing a game.
It's one of those ones.
No. No, okay. I actually even stranger than I'm playing a game. I went out and bought a game, brand new, brought it home.
Outside? You went outside?
Yes, I went to the store and bought it, brought it home, and put it in and played it the same day that I bought it.
Was it on sale?
It was on sale. Not as much of a sale as it is now, so of course I'm...
Oh my god.
But it was still better. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 3 HD Trilogy. On the PlayStation 4. Because the Cartridge Club game of the month is Vice City. So I'm like, I've always wanted to play Vice City, but I've also always played parts of Grand Theft Auto 3, but I've never beaten it, obviously. I was just like, you know what?
I just sold. The game I shipped today was Vice City Stories for PSP.
I was gonna ask if you still had that because I was gonna buy it from you, but
Just sold it. The guy overpaid me. I was like, okay. Like
overpaid.
the price was $32 or $34. I can't remember. Shipping, I told him would be 24. So yeah, $32 for the game is what I had it listed at on listed at from price charting.
Yeah.
And I always expect people to offer me lower, especially if it's 32. I expect you to offer me 30. But he said, how much? I said, well, $32. He said, will you ship it? I said, sure. That'll be about $24. He said, great. Send me your email just to e-transfer. And he e-transferred me 60.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay. I'm
hey.
not going to complain about overpaying. And I certainly am not refunding you the difference.
That's on
Yeah.
you. Sweet.
So, yeah.
So yeah, been playing through Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm on the second island, which is the furthest I've ever been in the game. So I haven't played in a couple nights now, but hopefully gonna go back and then I can go on to Vice City at some point. What's the game for December? Do you know what the game for December is?
No, I just asked Dean to update that in Discord, though.
Okay.
So maybe it is updated in Discord. And I will go to the Game of Month channel, check the pinned posts, and see if he did. It's question marks.
Oh, lovely. I was like, because even when I was thinking, like, maybe I can start
More
prepping for
notice.
December.
More notice.
Maybe I can catch up on this and I can be a part of playing games with people again. But I mean, I'm still not playing the game of the month, but I'm trying
So
to.
Dean is looking for people to join the Game of the Month podcast episode
For Vice City.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not playing Vice City.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Not quick enough.
Not quick enough. Not quick enough.
You got time.
I mean, I got to the second island way faster than I expected to. The HD trilogy it may not be, the original. It's missing some songs. I'm noticing I realized when I played it on PC a lot.
Yeah,
and so I would just
me too.
I would just link it to my own music library and just play my music
I only
library.
did that once.
That's how I always played it. But I always just messed around in the city, just shooting people and
that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the missions.
Mess around. Yeah.
But anyways, once you open the second island, there's way more to do. There's boats. There's way more things you can do. So
sure, I could find a cheat code to unlock second island.
Probably, and there's a third island as well. So you probably do that one as well. Anyways, been playing that. Things loaded a lot faster. I kind of like how it looks cell shaded in the HD version. A lot of people don't like it's very divisive, like whether you like the look or not. It looks very cartoony. I actually kind of like that look. I think it looks cool, but I know I'm in the minority. I forgot that you cannot run and gun in GTA 3. You have to stop. You have to stand still. You have to aim and then shoot. You cannot run and shoot. Which I don't remember. I remember that being a big sticking point for like when I was playing Resident Evil 4. I was like, I don't like that I have to stop. Why can't I move and shoot?
Yeah.
And then I went back to GTA 3. I'm like, wait a second. This was like this too? I don't remember this being an issue. But yeah, shooting in that game is just like so random whether I can hit something or not. It's between the auto aim and like trying to like swing a joystick around to get the people that are actually shooting you. It is a little bit tough. So definitely an older control scheme. I have to wrestle with that a little bit, but
looks like these games aren't available in the Steam store anymore.
Nope. You have to go to the.
I own them. I already own them in Steam.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was like, because Rockstar opened their own client, right? So you have to get them through there.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, San Andreas, and Vice City.
Oh, then you got the set.
I have 5 on Epic. I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 is on Epic. Yeah. But yeah. We'll see how that goes. I've been trying to play more games. It's kind of working. And I had today off, and I would have played more, but I ended up cleaning for most of the day. I don't know if you can tell. This room is a lot cleaner than it was.
I couldn't tell. I have not.
Stuff has been everywhere. I still have like these blue totes back here, still from Barry.
I have been posting things from Barry.
I've
and I've
been
been selling.
I've been on the push to post things as well. Speaking of eBay, I made a sale on eBay for something
Me
that
too.
I've had on there for 2 years now.
I've had something there forever too, and I sold.
So random.
Right? Christmas, is that why? I sold Blitz the League 3 for PS3. No, Blitz League 2 for PS3.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I
He
sold
made an offer. That game's gone up in price though, and my price was already lower, like way lower than the current price.
yeah. And he still offered you lower?
Yeah. So I met in the middle, or so I went a little bit higher. Like I had it listed at 50. It currently goes for 65.
Okay.
He offered me 40. I countered at 45 just because I saw that it had gone up in price. And a day later he paid it.
Okay.
Agreed and paid.
Good. I sold a Range Rover retractable cargo cover.
That's not random at all.
Something I found in the garbage 2 years ago. I'm just like, hey, it's got
Gosh.
Range Rover. It's auto parts. It's worth money.
Oh, I actually sold another game on eBay as well in the last month. November 13th, I sold the Disaster Report 4 for Switch.
Switch? That's the Switch one.
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
And then I sold Blitz the League
Blitz the
just
League.
3 days ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah, so I sold mine on like when did I sell mine? Friday? Saturday?
And both people in Canada.
Yeah. Mine sold to like Manitoba.
Yeah, I think my one was BC and the other one was Cambridge, actually.
Oh yeah, because we talked. I think you told me that, and I said you should just drive it over there.
Yeah.
Pocket the shipping. So
pretty funny.
yeah, this was the thing. Like this cargo cover, I had this up for like it was over $200, $210 plus shipping. They paid $84 in shipping.
Oh my god, what year vehicle is it for?
2019.
Okay.
So yeah, go figure. It's been sitting behind my furnace for 2 years. I had to go out and blow the dust off of it, so wipe it down. And yeah, then I was like, you know what? I sold some on eBay. Maybe that was the kick I needed to get start posting again on eBay. So
I should, but I haven't.
I started pulling games out of these totes. I started putting them back over into my hallway on a shelf where I can see them and they're
That's
organized.
the problem I have. But I want to box them. I want to box it and have it in the box. The box is labeled with what's in it.
Yeah.
The prices are like all the stuff for the dimensions is already put in the listing, so it's calculated shipping. I just have nowhere to put those boxed games after. I had a closet over there. I was putting them in, but it's just too much stuff.
Full of VHS tapes now.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, I'm trying to limit my what I'm selling to like game cases, right? So I can do free shipping on pretty much everything. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't have to box and pre-measure everything because it's going to be the same price regardless of what it is. And if it's something bigger, then that will be something that I box and pre-measure.
What about if it's expensive? Do you bother with?
If it's expensive, then I will insure it. But again, the dimensions for all of my packages are the same for a game, unless it's like
because you did a padded envelope.
Basically, it's a padded envelope. Unless it's like if it's over $100, then I'll put it in a box.
I haven't done it if it's over like $40 or $60. I haven't put it in a box.
It's not worth it.
I know.
I do free shipping, like untracked up to like I think it's like 30 or 40, and then after that I do track shipping.
Yeah, see, I want tracked on everything because I don't want it to ever be on my fault.
Yeah. I just found that was, well, at least before. I don't know what the market is now. It's been too long. But before that really hindered my market because something would be $30 and it'd be $20 shipping on top of it. And we're like, well, so you're paying $50 for a $30 game. So I was like,
so walk into a store.
I'll take the risk and hopefully get the sale. It's worked out. I haven't had any like bad returns or anything. So.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I gotta list some stuff. That was my day today, was just cleaning and organizing so I can get back into the rhythm of trying to list stuff.
Yesterday, before I realized I was feeling like crap, I started packaging stuff to take to a game store.
So I did that last night too.
I did it yesterday during the day, and me and my son were gonna go in the afternoon, and then I was just exhausted. I'm like, I can barely stand up. I should not be going to a game store if I'm this exhausted. Something's obviously wrong. I'm getting sick. So I'm like, no, we're not going. My son was disappointed, but he understands. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's still sitting
what
at the front door.
what kind of stuff are you taking?
I was taking a hodgepodge of stuff, not really games because they're all freshly listed on Facebook and Kijiji, so I didn't want
Okay.
to have to change those ads. So it's hodgepodge of accessories and controllers, and I got 2 arcade sticks and uh, Game Boy, sorry, DS lights as well. 4 of
Okay.
those to go, and Game Boy DSIs. I have 2 of those. Yeah, it's just a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yeah.
Rocksmith cables. I'm like, I'll see what I can get for them. Like, I've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's really
I
just
sold mine for $30, so
yeah, it's like an exploration mission. I want to know what these things will sell for to the store to know if I should bring more stuff or not.
yeah, a test run.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I filled up a little Walmart bag with like 20, 30 games.
Oh no, I did a bin and a half. That's my test run.
I wanted to just do a test. I did all like my $5 and $10 games, and I just put.
I was gonna do that. I said to my son, the only ones I didn't have posted, I think, were like original Xbox and PS3. So I'm like, I just had my son. I said, let's just look in there at the PS3 games, grabbing you all the games that are $5 or less. He's like, there are none. I'm like, damn it.
So close.
How about everything under $10? He's like, well, there's like some that are 9, some that are 8, and some that are 7. That's it.
Yeah. Well, take those.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. Like, because even I'm thinking for like if I go to a swap, like, do I really want to go there and sell a $5 game? Like, is that really worth my time to go all the way up there to take that game all the way there? Like, I'm not big enough of a seller where I'm making that many sales.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially if you go to a swap where you're spending more money at a table, like, do you want to fill up your table with $5 games?
Exactly.
No, I want to be selling
high end.
I want to be selling $20, $30 games at those things.
$100 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
Yep.
So figure I move those on. I did one last ditch effort. I took a couple of games. I'm assuming like they're all like $5 games or $10 games. No, they're $5 games. I took 4 or $5 games. I put them together and I said $10 because I'm assuming I'm only going to get about that for them at a game store. So I'll put it up for a couple of days. If they don't go, then they'll go in the pile.
So since the 23rd, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, I've sold at least 1 game every day.
Wow, look at you go.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a second, when's the last? So the 23rd said 4 games, sold 4 games. On the 24th, I sold 7 games. 25th, 2 games. 26th, 1 game. 2, 28th, 4. Yeah.
Man, I'm lucky if I sell 1 game a day, maybe 1 game every 2 days.
I don't usually either, but I just posted a whole bunch of stuff, right? So
yeah. I sold 1 game today. Oh, okay, so I bought the last month I talked about buying that NES off of our buddy Heinz.
Yeah.
And then I just talked I know I told you, but for the podcast listeners, I went back to him because he had an Xbox One. He posted a white Xbox One. He said it didn't work, but you can have it for $25. So I went and bought that for $25, thinking it would be an easy fix. Brought it back, couldn't fix it. I tried a bunch of things. I didn't try super hard, but again, it's cluttering up my area. So I posted it up today for $25. I'm just gonna get my money back, and it's sold. It's gone, or not gone, but it's been e-transferred for. It's been paid for. So the guy's coming on Wednesday to grab it. So
nice.
Yeah, I just don't have time to deal with it. So
right.
At least I'm not losing money.
Can I interest you in some VHS tapes?
Have Bill written on my forehead. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, a lot of it is just I look at it and I'm like, I have all this stuff to sell, and I want to play games now. I'm in that. I want to play games now. I don't want to sell games. I want to play games now. I've been in that selling mood for like the past 4 or 5 years. Maybe it's time to switch. So
yeah, we've got no room on our shelf for all the Switch games we have, and there's more coming for Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
Because the kids are loving it. The kids love games, so
I don't
Yeah.
think I'm not buying any games for my kids this year. I am buying them. I can talk in 20 years when they listen to this podcast. They'll be like, "Oh, that's when they bought me that." Um, my son has been saving up his money for Mario Lego because
Yeah.
he's been watching YouTube videos about Mario Lego. So that's what he's been saving all his Tooth Fairy money and his, if he sometimes he'll help me take cans into the beer store. So I'll usually keep the bills and I'll give him the coins. He's been putting that in his piggy bank or whatever. So
Yeah, we've got a bunch of Mario Lego.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was just like, you know what? I know he really wants it, so I bought that for him. So it's coming. I'm buying his brother the Luigi Lego so he can
Yep.
have the
Yeah.
set.
We got the Peach one coming this year for
Do you?
Christmas.
Okay, yeah. I
And
saw that one was on sale on Amazon too. So,
the airship.
ooh, that's a big boy.
Yeah. Got a good deal on it though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good, good. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he likes it. I mean, I know he will, but we gotta we gotta find things. My youngest is really into cranes, so I bought him like a remote control crane.
Hmm.
Canadian Tire had them on sale, so I did a lot of Boxing Day or not Boxing Day, Black Friday, pre-Black
I did
Friday
none. I
sales.
did nothing.
So,
Something I thought I was gonna do, but I don't think I did anything.
well, yeah, I'm looking for one more big item for my oldest because my son has the crane and the late Luigi Lego. My son just has the Mario Lego so far. So we asked him what he wants for Christmas. He said a Power Moon. I was like, well,
Ah,
don't know how that's gonna go. And there's no Power Moon stuffies. You cannot get a Power Moon stuffy.
that's a good point. Yeah.
So I told my wife, and I'm like, you need to make this for him. So
Yeah.
do you think she's gonna try to make one?
My wife's been knitting lately. Maybe she should knit one.
Ooh, knit me a Power Moon. I can have two. So I bought I bought myself some games. We went out shopping for some stuff. I bought myself a game. I bought myself the Psychonauts Rhombus of Ruin for PSVR.
Okay. Yeah.
It was still at GameStop at the mall, which I hate going to the mall GameStops because they're usually the most picked over.
Yeah.
Anyways, this was sitting there. It was $20 brand new, which is a pretty good price for that game, even though it's only like a 2.5 hour game. But um, but it came with a voucher for Psychonauts, the original game for PS4.
Hmm.
So my wife was with me, and I said, "Watch this. They're gonna GameStop me." She's like, "What is it? What do you mean GameStop you?" I'm like, "They're gonna take the game, this new game out of the case or out of the sleeve, and they're gonna put it in the display case, and they're gonna put a sticker on it, and they're gonna give me that as the new game." She'd never
Hmm.
heard of this before, so she's like, "What?
Yeah.
That's a thing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a thing." Sure enough, I got GameStops, but I saw him doing it, and I was just like, "Hey, is there a voucher for like the other game? It says there's supposed to be a
Yeah.
voucher." He's like, no, I think it's just on the disc." And I'm like, "I don't think it's
No,
on the
no, no,
disc."
no. Yeah. Full of something or other.
He's like, yeah, I think maybe it's like it's a download on the disc. You just click it and then it will auto download for you, or
Yeah,
whatever."
no. And how
I
do
was
they
like,
control to make sure you don't double dip? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it goes. He's like, the best I can do is like, I'll give you the receipt, and come back if I'm working, then I'll just give you a refund if it doesn't work, if it's not
My
that game's out
God.
there. I'm like, okay. I kind of just put up a stink for show's sake, but I knew it wasn't really anyways. He ended up digging through the drawers. He found the voucher for it. He was like, "Hey, look, I found it."
Yeah, because
So,
you guys stole them all. You have 30 of them in there.
anyways, I brought it home. Sure enough, the code's expired. You can put it into PSN. It'd be like, "Oh, that's for this. Redeem." It's like, "Oh, doesn't work. You're not allowed to have that. It's too old."
That's dumb.
So, but whatever.
Yep.
I knew I was only paying for the Rhombus of Ruin anyway.
Yeah.
So,
It's like the God of War one, the God of War collection or legacy collection. It has PSP code and it's expired in all of them.
yeah,
I
that's
had a
why.
brand new sealed one.
Well, at least you can buy those PSP games on a disc separately, though, right? The Origins collection, like
No, the Origins collection was the one that had the codes, right? I can't remember if it was
no,
Legacy or Origin.
God of War Saga had the codes in it.
It's the one that has the code for the PSP game. It's a PS3 game, but it includes one of the games as a PSP game.
I have a collection that has the 2 PSP games on it, on the disc.
PSP disc.
Not the PSP. No,
this is the PSP one. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
It's the PS3 version of the 2 PSP games.
Okay. Yes, that's collection.
I thought it was Origins collection, but
if you look at collection, it has just the 2 games written.
Oh, okay, then maybe that's it.
Origins collection is it's also 2 games.
Yeah.
So which one's Saga then?
Saga has all of them. Like it has 1, 2, 3.
So Saga is the one that includes the code for PSP.
Yes, that's the one that has the codes for PSP games.
Yeah, it says 5 full games. Meanwhile, one of those is a PSP code.
Yeah.
to download on PSP, and it's expired.
That you cannot do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What did I have? I had one more thing here too. This is like a hot seat.
Oh, here we go.
But it's just one question because that's all I wrote down. I stole it from the Steam Machine podcast. They they play Steam games. They are friends of the Tadpog podcast I've mentioned many times.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to eat more than one of any fruit in a single sitting, what would it be? Sorry, I was thinking it was a different question at first. But anyway, what would it be? Grapes or other small fruits don't count. Has to be like a real fruit.
A real fruit?
Like full-size fruit. And you need to eat more than one of them. What would it be? What fruit would you pick to eat more than one of?
A kiwi.
Small.
That's a full-size fruit. Don't give me that. That's a full-size fruit.
It's fine. I was going to say, like clementines don't count.
Oh, okay.
Tangerines
all right.
don't count.
But those are offshoots of oranges.
Smaller, yes.
I mean, I've been known to eat more than one mango at a time, so I would do mango.
See, there's a valid answer.
Okay.
Yeah. I would probably say I could eat 2 bananas if I had to.
Yeah, I could do bananas.
Apples I can get sick of. Oranges I could probably maybe eat.
Yeah, I could probably only do I could probably only do 1 orange, to be honest. I could do 2 apples. You just mean like 2 or more, right? Like more than 1.
More than 1. Yep.
Yeah, I could do a lot of fruits probably. Strawberries. I know they don't count.
No, it's cheating.
It's just a mouthful.
That's what she said.
I have I have one of these things that I'm going to steal from their podcast. Actually, no, this is original. This is original. This is the not so special suggestion.
Oh, I see. So you're stealing something that someone else stole from someone.
I don't know if you have a not so special suggestion, but for this podcast, we have special suggestions. I've been listening to a podcast called The Connect with Johnny Mitchell. And it's I saw like YouTube shorts with this guy talking about stuff, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's one of my niche interests. Like I've been talking about, like, I'm very curious about the criminal world. I would never be a part of it, but I'm just curious about like how the whole thing works and how you get around the authorities. And it's just same thing. Like I have a fascination with like prison movies, right? Like, anyways, so this is a guy. He was just in his early 20s. He started drug dealing out of his dorm room, and it's just like, how does it work? And he basically goes through like, oh, this is how I got my connections with like the cartels, and I went to here, and you start to know all these drug. It's kind of like a more in-person, personal view of like how a drug gang works.
Okay.
From his perspective, he was just like by himself and a partner. He's just like, everyone's talking about like turf and gang wars. This is all this. He's like, it's not that. He's like, I would get into a car and they'd throw a bag over my head, but we'd be talking and joking the whole way there. It wasn't like I felt danger at all. It was just like, they just didn't want me to know where I was going. They didn't want me to see where they were stashing the stuff. But he's just like, you knew them. And I knew I was safe because if they killed me, they lost business, and that wasn't good for business. So, well, it's just that it's just a very unique perspective on on that kind of thing. So, anyways, it's not too long. I don't know if it's done yet or not. It's only like maybe 8 episodes. Um, Anyway, and same thing, like, he gets caught, he goes to prison, so he talks about prison life and how it was for him to get through that and, like, different confrontations he's had and what he's had to do to, like, get through and survive in there. Yeah, it's interesting. So, anyways, The Connect with Johnny Mitchell, and now he's a stand-up comedian, so and he got into that line of work because they did, like, open mic or talent nights in prison, and he would go up and you'd make fun of the
Oh,
prisoners and make fun of the guards, and everyone laughed and thought it was funny, so he's just like, "Oh, I have a knack for this." So he came out of prison and became a stand-up comedian, so yeah, interesting. The Connect, Johnny Mitchell. There's my not so special suggestion.
I don't really have one,
I
but
know I sprung this on you, so it
I'm
wasn't
gonna say Polykill Patreon.
This is
I
a
was
cop-out.
watching yeah, I was watching the Polykill live stream last week, I think it was, and I had mentioned that I had a Goosebumps uh sleeping bag for sale,
Mhm.
and Trav got very interested in that. So I
Oh.
sent a picture and he said he wanted it. And then after that, I'm like, okay, I should finally do the Patreon for Polykill because whatever, it's like $1 a month or $2 a month or whatever you want. But I got added to the Discord,
Mhm.
to their exclusive Discord. And wow, there are a lot of people there and it is it's really active.
Is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, like really active. And they have like events going on all the time where they do like a watch party or they do like a game night or somebody plays games and streams it in Discord, stuff like that. But also there's a backlog of podcast episodes exclusive for Patreon people, including interviews with a lot of people from the community, from the Discord in there.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I've been trying to listen to some of those, get caught up on who's who and what's what and people's stories that you haven't heard. There's even an interview with Musty, which we haven't heard from Musty in a while.
Yeah, it's true.
2 interviews with Pam,
Oh.
one with PD, bunch of people I don't know as well. Yeah, pretty neat.
I'm just waiting till we get acquired by the Polykill Network, Polymedia Network,
Yeah,
and then I'll just get added into the Discord by default because I'm a host.
We should probably pitch that because Trav's never going to listen to this.
But Steve will. He'll push for us.
I don't know if he will.
He's posted that
he
listens to this.
Oh.
Yes, he's posted that he listens.
He listened once. We lost him.
He went thrifting with us, listening to us, and he scored big time. So
that is a pretty good idea. That was a good picture you put in our Discord today. That's great.
Yeah,
everyone check out the Cage page in our Discord.
Yeah, it doesn't cost $1 a month. You can just go. You can just join. You just ask for a link, and we'll send it.
We'll pay you. No, I won't.
no. Derek will pay you. Derek will pay you.
I'll pay you in VHS tapes.
There you go. You get one tape. Oh, you should offer that one free VHS tape to every Discord member.
Come on. I don't want to ship it.
Yeah, no, they have to pay. They have to pay for shipping. They have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. I did think of something I bought on Black Friday. I knew there was something. Yeah. I picked up a Christmas gift for myself.
Oh, a big one, I'm assuming.
A big one. A monitor.
Ooh.
I've been cheaping out a monitor. I haven't bought a new monitor since 2010, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they've advanced a lot since then. And at the time, I bought a small one. I bought like a 21-inch. And it's an Asus. It's good. 1 millisecond refresh rate. Like, it's fine. 1080p. But the new one I got is 1440p. It's 165 hertz, or 164, whatever it is, hertz G-Sync, or no, it's FreeSync, not G-Sync.
G-Sync, whatever it is, yeah.
It's FreeSync. It's 28-inch, 27-inch. And it was a really good deal on Black Friday at Cater Computers. It was regular $520, and it was on for $320 or something like that.
Okay.
So maybe that doesn't sound right because I think it was 180 off, 170. Anyway, somewhere around there. It was in the 500s and it was on for 309 or something like that. So anyway, I bought one of those for myself for Christmas. Basically, convinced my wife to buy it for me for Christmas. Whatever. It's all the same money anyway.
All the same money, yeah.
Yeah. So
this is from you, but I will go buy it.
She came. No, she didn't. Yeah, she came with me to buy it. Yeah. And then she said I have to keep the box, and I said, "Yeah, but what if it doesn't work? I need to make sure it works."
I need to want to miss out on the return. Sure my mount works with it.
No, I need to make sure that that within the exchange time period, the 1 week exchange time period, that it works. So that worked. So I'm using it, and it's good. And I swear it made me better at Halo, but I have to play more to try out because I've only played like 1 hour or less on it, except when playing Fortnite with my son because he's wanted to play Fortnite a lot lately.
Okay.
So like last week and the week before, we played quite a bit of Fortnite, like a couple hours on the weekend, I think. And my daughter then got jealous and wanted to play, so she got to play on my computer with my son. So I'm building her computer with old parts that I have here.
Lovely.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's nice because I get to clear out all the other old parts I don't need. Because I have 3 Intel Core 2 quads. Right? I think that's the right model. Anyway, quad core Intel processors before i7 and i5 and i3 came out.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 machines with those in it. So I put some on Facebook and Kijiji for free the other day and got rid of those ones. And I have one here that's built for her now with an old video card in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she using it now, or is?
No, I have to finish. I have to install Windows. I have to pick which hard drive I'm going to put in it. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like I don't have an SSD for it right now, but I do have a Raptor Western Digital drive, which is like a fast one, but it's only 36 gigs. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that. It's too small, I think.
I have a Raptor drive in one of my computers here.
Yeah, those things are noisy as well. But I
was told when it was given to me, is like, this thing's on its last legs. It may not last very long. And that was.
Yep. I've had drives like that. I've had drives like that.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm out of ideas. My voice is going, and I have to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking so much water to try and make my voice better.
So much water. We can cut this one short. I mean, we don't have a whole lot. I think we ran through most of it. I didn't watch very much. I just been, like I said, been working a lot.
Merry Christmas, everybody, because we won't talk to you before then.
Yeah, this will be a short. Everyone's got a busy month, so
happy holidays, we should say, to be inclusive.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's Christ and Christmas.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for listening. We hope you have a happy holidays, safe time traveling. If you're traveling to go see family, or family's coming to see you, and stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll see you all in the new year for our 3rd anniversary as a podcast, which hopefully we are getting better. I don't know.
Don't count it.
I'll have to go back to the first episode and compare. So, Retro Fandango is back. I was gonna pour a ginger ale up for them, but they finally came back. So
yeah, I live watched that episode.
Did you? Okay, I'm waiting for them to post the audio. If they will. Yeah, they may not. I got to remind them. Yep. And still waiting on STC. One day. I think we all. I pitched in for their episodes for the last cartridge.
Well, their next episode is going to be probably the one live recorded during the charity stream.
Yes, but I've paid for a full year and I've only gotten 3 episodes. So I'm on back order right now. Back order on episodes.
Mm-hmm. Bring that up with management.
Oh, I will.
Just text Joe. It's the only way to get anything out of them.
It's not my podcast. I don't have any responsibility. They want to pay me to be a producer, then I'll jump on board. All right, everybody. We'll see you next month.